Namaskar, dear devotees and friends. This Wednesday evening is very special for all of us because today is the Vijaya Dashami. Vijaya, the success was that achieved on this day, so that is celebrated. But on which it was the success? The success was the pure power, the holy power that could defeat the devilish power. The Devi Shakti that vanquished the Ashura Shakti or the devilish power. What are the devilish power? In the Bhagavad Gita 16th chapter, from the 4th verse onwards, Bhagavan Krishna, he has given a big list. In gist, we can say it is the selfishness, is the ego, is the narrow-mindedness. So these are the devilish forces. And that should be vanquished, that should be conquered with the holy power, the power of Mother, power of the Divine Mother. So today is that very moment, and people, they celebrate, they embrace each other, they share the sweets, distribute the sweets, and by that we express their joy, happiness. It is a great day. On this day, we are reading the Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, the God himself, in the form of an avatara, Sri Ramakrishna. He is helping us to achieve this power. And how? Through discrimination and renunciation. So let us begin this unique study with this stotra. Tava kathamritam tapta jivanam kavibhirilitam kalmashapaham sravana mangalam srimadatatam bhubi grinanti e bhurida janaha. That through his words, and those words are so wonderful, so excellent, and these words, only few of it we can say, because the Master Mahashay, the Mahendranath Gupta, he came only for 4 or 5 years. And when he came, he had the habit of writing down all the conversation, recording, and noting it in the diary. Because of that, we are getting these wonderful instructions and the words of the Master, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. So we were reading from the Master at Kashipur. That was the end of the whole thing on his life. 1886, he will leave this physical body. And before that, he is talking with the devotees, though very sick. And because of this sickness, the devotees are coming, and those who are very close to him, those who are not having any selfish desire, the most of the people, they go to the holy people to satisfy their own needs. The things that they cannot solve with the help of the doctors or maybe for other problems, then they go for the divine help. So they think the holy people, with their blessings, they can solve it. There's a type of people, majority of the people are like that, but very few. They are dedicated, they love this unique conception that is called the spirituality. Spirituality is pure love. Spirituality is pure unselfishness. And that kindles from one life to another life. So Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, he was doing that. He was kindles the fire of renunciation in the hearts of some young people. And same renunciation in the hearts of some householders who were around them, supporting them, helping them, protecting them, and encouraging them in every step. This history is growing up, history of the movement of the Ramakrishna mission. So it is growing up over here. In these pages, the English page, English book, the page 936, 37, and slowly, all these pages, we find how a great movement is taking shape. So Narendra said, no, that Narendra and the Master Mahashaya was conversing, and Narendra was telling, he said, why don't you settle your family affairs first and then come to me? You will get everything. Narendra said, probably it was. I clearly perceived the Ida and Pingala nerves. I asked Hazra to feel my chest. Yesterday I saw him, meaning Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, upstairs and told him about it. He said, all the others have had their realization. I said to him, Narendra said to Master, all the others have had their realization. Please give me some. All have succeeded. Shall I alone remain unsatisfied? And the Master Mahashaya is asking, what did he say to you? Narendra, he said, why don't you settle your family affair and first and then come to me? You will get everything. What do you want? So that is the famous conversation. The last week we studied, we read. Sri Ramakrishna never appreciated even the samadhi. Swami Vivekananda, afterwards Swami Vivekananda, then Narendranath, that young boy, he wanted samadhi, but the great master, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, denounced that. No, that is the lowest level. You have to serve God in every being. You have to express the truth of the Vedanta. That is a practical Vedanta. He said, all that exists are thou. It is you who sing that song. The master, yes, he always says that after coming down from samadhi, one sees that it is God himself who has become the universe, the living being, and all that exists. The Ishvara Kotis alone can attain that state. An ordinary man can at the most attain samadhi, but he cannot come down from that state. So Narendra, he was a great soul. He was not having any desire. Forget about the selfishness. He was not having even the body consciousness. So he never understood that he has a body. That is we cannot imagine. As because we are all body bounded and body means I and ego is so much, we always consider whatever I am thinking is the right thing, perfect thing, and others are all bad. So that is the way we consider, we think. But friends, those who through the practices of meditation or by the grace of Guru and God can forget the body consciousness, as we forget the body consciousness in our deep sleep and the dreamless sleep, like that, it goes in the meditation and they go into the realm of the spirituality, which is nothing but happiness and joy eternal. The Narendra reached over there. He wanted to remain over there. But his teacher, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, is telling, no, you should not. You must come down. My people, then Narendra is mentioning about his present condition. Now, one is the spiritual, his mentality is highly spiritual, but at the same time, challenges are there. Now, his family is pulling him down. Why? They were very rich people, but after the suddenly passing away of his father, and he was a very rich man, and he used to keep his money with then that was the tradition, and not in the bank mostly, it used to give to the senior most member of the family, the joint family, senior most member should keep it, and he should distribute it equally with all the other members. But that person, he was the uncle of his father, was not a good person, so he cheated, and after the passing away of Narendra's father, he denied all the money. They were in a very bad shape. The Narendra, he the master said, Settle your family affairs and then come to me. You will attain a state higher than samadhi. Friends, this is a line we should underline. Higher than samadhi. Of course, there are two samadhis are there. They say the sajiva, nirjiva, and saguna samadhi, nirguna samadhi, samadhi with attribute, samadhi without attribute. That is a different way they have expressed in the Samadhi Pada, in the Yoga Sutra. That is the highest state for the yogis. The samadhi means that you go beyond your body, mind, the spheres. When there is no body, when there is no mind, what remains? Consciousness. And that consciousness is always the state of happiness, joy. We always experience that, almost every one of us. In our dream, we are not having the consciousness of our body, only the mind is awake. Then when we slip into that condition where there is no dream also, there is no body consciousness, there is no mind consciousness, then what remains? That is pure consciousness, but we are not aware about it. So when we come back to our normal life, we wake up, get up, and same old person. But the yogi, when he is going to that condition, he is mentioning it as a turiya, and that is the stage 4. There he is conscious that he is the consciousness. And when he is coming back, he is a completely different person. And what he sees everything is nothing but the God. So that is. So these are the philosophy after the experiences, different rishis, different munis, different great souls they have taught. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna is mentioning is a higher than the samadhi. So that you are concentrating and then you are reaching over there, but I will teach you higher than that, higher than samadhi. I went home this morning, Narendra now mentioning. That is the present condition. I went home. My people scolded me, saying, "Why do you wander about like a vagabond? Your law examination is near at hand and you are not paying any attention to your studies. You wander about aimlessly." So that is natural. All young people, they are guided by their seniors, and when they are students, naturally the seniors, they always think that they should study and give more attention to the study. And through the study only in the human society, the more you are educated, more you are intelligent, more you get some recognition in the society. And most of us, majority of the people in this human society, we think that is the goal. If I am recognized by the society and I have some money, I have some positions, I have some power in the society, then I am happy. But after experiencing that, then they say, no, that is also empty. Even after this, I am not happy. If you look around in the present day situation, and if you go through the pages of the history, the very powerful kings and the emperors, they were also not happy. Something or other, because of the tremendous desire, they were not at all happy. I want this, I want this. Constantly, like a hungry person, he is going on. So that is not the satisfaction. That is not, only your ego is satisfied. Whenever you go somewhere, immediately people are giving you attention, a seat is reserved for you, and other people, they don't have any reservation. They somehow are going and sitting anywhere. But for you, there is even if you are coming late, you are getting the first seat in the first row. So naturally, your ego is satisfied. That much. Otherwise, nothing is there. So that is the occasion, that particular time, that is. Otherwise, all that empty hall, wherever you see it, it doesn't matter. So this is what people think a great achievement in the society, and they feel they are satisfied, and ultimately they understand, no, it is not. So no satisfaction comes by fulfilling the desires. Najatu kamo kamanam upabhogena samyati, as they call it. The Jajati, the king, after satisfying for a long period of time so many desires, then he was still having the desire, endless desires, and he was an unhappy person. He gave this statement, well, satisfaction will never come by satisfying your desire. It is like trying to stop the fire by pouring the ghee. That is the ghee or the oil you are pouring in the fire. So obviously fire will more and more burn. So one should learn, and that is called discrimination. Understanding the truth, and understanding the truth in the right way, and then acting in that fashion. So Narendra, I went to my study at my grandmother's. I tried to read. I was seized with a great fear. Fear means, oh my God, what will happen to me if I am not mukta in this very life, if I am not getting the liberation in this very life, and the liberation from my desire. So he burst into tears. I never wept so bitterly in my life, he said. I left my books and ran away. I ran along the street, and my shoes slipped from my feet. I didn't know where. I ran past the haystack and got hay all over me. I kept on running along the road to Kashipur. The Kashipur where Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna was there. She was running towards that. So, you know that many times we have quoted these, the very famous sloka from the Shankaracharya, and he is telling that describing this world is like a wildfire, and the beings, particularly human being who is there caught up in that fire, is trying to save himself. He is running all around. The trees are burning, even the grasses that is also burning and chasing you. You are running for your life. Durvara samsara davagnitaptam dodhuvamanam duradrishtavatehi bhitam prapannam paripahi mrittu. I am terribly afraid. I see my death all around me because the tremendous fire. And he is running, and he is going to his guru, and the guru, that God, and when he reaches over there, then the moment he reaches to the guru, and then the guru says, Ma bhiksha vidwan tabanashtavaya, that you need not to be afraid of. O learned one. Why learned one? Because you have realized the emptiness of this world. So hence you are coming out of this. Each and every one, almost out of 100, maybe only one they will try to realize God. At 99, they are flowing in the same current. So obviously, all the 99 will be putting the finger to you, the single one. Hey, you fool, why you are standing over there at the shore? Come and jump in the flow and let us go. But where they are going, they do not know. They think they are going to enjoy. But they go more and more, deeper and deeper suffering. So that is the expression the Shankaracharya gives, and that Swami Vivekananda said, when I read the Viveka Chudamani, the crest jewel of discrimination, then the first verse it says, the human birth is very, very precious. Then in that life, in the human life, if you somehow get a glimpse of the God and the realization of God, and you can understand it very clearly what I am going to realize. Many people, they are really good. They try to realize it. But unfortunately, some type of ideas will enter into them. Some people will influence them. Some people words they will like. and they carried away by that. They came close, but Guru, the guide, was a wrong one. So that is the reason one should pray to God for a good guide. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna is the guide. Though we give the initiation, but in reality, your Guru is Sri Ramakrishna, your Ishta is also Sri Ramakrishna. The Guru is that God, and that only guiding you. And what, in which direction? A pure love and unselfishness. And that is the only thing that is there, which is very, very rare. Love we are having, unselfishness we are having, but at the same time it is contaminated with me and mine. It is all bound by me and mine, surrounded by me and mine. When we can break that me and mine bondage, and it goes and embraces each and every one without any boundary, that is God. God is love, but love without any boundary. So Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, he is mentioning that after they have heard now in their life it is coming. Narendra remained silent a few minutes and then resumed. Since reading the Vivek Chudamani, I felt very much depressed. Why? Because Shankaracharya is mentioning this, the Manushyattvam Mumukshutvam Mahapurusha Samastraya. Now I got the human birth. I have a desire to realize God. And by the grace of God, I have got one excellent guru in Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. Even then I am not realizing God. So that he say, I have surely gained all these three as a result of the great tapasya. I have been born a human being. Through great tapasya again, I have the desire for liberation, and through great tapasya, I have secured the companionship of such a great soul. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. Master Mahashai, he also realized that. He said, Narendra, I have no more taste for this world. I do not relish the company of those who live in the world. Of course, with the exception of one or two devotees. Narendra became silent again. A fire of intense renunciation was burning within him. His soul was restless for the vision of God. He resumed the conversation. There's sometimes some people and they don't like to talk. They remain silent, but that is also not good. And particularly in America, I have noticed that they grow all alone, and that is the lifestyle, that is in the society, that is the norm. And when they grow slowly, slowly, they become lonely. We only about the something when they are having some work, then only they will discuss, otherwise no. And that is also very limited, but you need some friends. In the path of spirituality, you have to talk with others, and you have to go and listen to the gurus, and you have to listen to them. You have to find that these are the words that I can apply. These are the teachings that suits with my temperament. I must apply these. And you have to talk with the other people. So by that way, in the beginning, you settle, oh, this is my path. Then with that, you have to go deep. Then with no relation with anyone, not going out or using the time for something else, and that called tapasya, you are deep down, all alone. But before that, you have to talk with others. Otherwise, you think, oh, this is the good thing that I have understood and I will follow. Maybe that you are making a great mistake. So that is better to open up and talk to the people and then understand that. And you must have to have sufficient intelligence to understand which is good for you. For Swami Vivekananda, it was the jnana. But that was not applied to his great friend, Brahmananda. He was a Dvaitin, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, no, he will grow into that duality. Naren was very much interested to take his friend along with him. But Sri Ramakrishna intervened and told, no, that is not his path. He will grow into duality. So he is to love the Krishna. He is to pray to Krishna. That was his. And then he became so, in spiritual life, he grew up so much that even Swami Vivekananda said that Rakhal is higher in spiritual life among all of us. So that is what always happen. So one must be, first you have to choose, you have to understand, this is my aptitude, these are my tastes, this is the way I can satisfy and I get satisfaction in the practices, so I will follow this path. Not that somebody else is doing something else, that is his path. So this we should understand. And just because he is going and we go in the company and don't understand, and there is a stagnation in my spiritual life. So one should be careful, and then the blessings of God comes. Immediately after the dusk, M went upstairs. He found Sri Ramakrishna asleep. It was about 9 o'clock in the evening. Niranjan and Shashi were sitting near the master, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. He was awake. Every now and then he talked of Narendra. Sri Ramakrishna, how wonderful Narendra's state of mind is. You see, this very Narendra did not believe in the form of God. Now you see how his soul is panting for God. You know that story of the man who asked his Guru how God could be realized? And Guru said to him, come with me. I shall show you how one can realize God. Saying this, he took the disciple to a lake and held his head under the water. After a short time, he released the disciple and asked him, how did you feel? I was dying for a breath of air, said the disciple. When the soul longs and yearns for God like that, then you will know that you do not have long to wait for his vision. The rosy color on the eastern horizon shows that the sun will soon rise. This day Sri Ramakrishna's illness was worse. In spite of much suffering, he said many things about Narendra, though mostly by means of signs. At night Narendra left for Dakshineshwar. It was very dark. Being the night of the new moon, he was accompanied by one or two devotees. M. Master Maharshi spent the night at the Kashipur garden. He dreamed that he was seated in an assembly of sannyasins. It was Tuesday, January 5, 1886, Master Maharshi writing. Sri Ramakrishna was sitting on his bed and talking to him. No one else was in the room. It was about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. The master, if Khirod make a pilgrimage to Ganga Sagar, then please buy a blanket for him. Master Maharshi, yes, sir. Sri Ramakrishna was silent for a few minutes. Then he continued, well, can you tell me what is happening to these youngsters? Some are running off to Puri and some to Ganga Sagar. All have renounced their home. Look at Narendra. When a man is seized with a spirit of intense renunciation, he regards the world as a deep well and his relatives venomous cobras. M. Yes, sir, life in the world is full of suffering. Sri Ramakrishna, yes, it is the suffering of hell, and that from the very moment of birth. Don't you see what a trouble all this family? Master Maharshi, yes, sir, you yourself said, these youngsters have no relationship whatsoever with the world. They owe nothing to the world, nor do they expect anything from it. It is the sense of obligation that entangles a man in the world. Sri Ramakrishna, don't you see how Niranjan is? His attitude toward the world is this: here, take what is thine and give me what is mine. That is all. He has no further relationship with the world. There is nothing to pull him from behind. The last and goal alone is the world. Don't you see what that if you have money, you want to lay by it by? And Master Mahashaya burst into laughter. Sri Ramakrishna also laughed. Then Master Mahashaya, one thinks a great deal before taking a money out. Both laughed. And that is the reason donation, charity, is a great spiritual, having great spiritual value. Almost in every religion, it says like this, the charity. But charity people will say, oh, you people, you like to build a temple and they like to live over there and to give some sermon. So you are talking about the charity because you are not earning, and why you are taking money from our pocket? So why didn't you earn and then build a temple and live into that? So that is in one way. But you know that when they dedicate their life for the benefit of the spirituality, after that, their life is a benefit for the others. Why? There's a constant remembering, and it becomes the sort of a reminder machine. The whenever you see him, oh, this is a sannyasi, he has renounced the world, and world is temporary, and what I should not be entangled in the world. So that is called sadhu sangha. That is called holy company. And that because that person, he is living that life, and also through his words and his deeds and his presence, he is going on reminding you, teaching you about the futility of this world. But that again, in exchange, you should also help him so that he can survive. So that is called charity. First. Second, those who are unfortunate souls, those who cannot earn money, though they are human being having the hand and leg and all that, but sometimes people can't earn money because different situation. You have to come forward and share your earning. You have earned some money with great difficulty. Now that you are sharing with that person whom you don't know, just out of love. He is also like me. At this moment he is suffering. I should help so that he can not suffer in that way. This is called charity. When you are sharing your hard-earned money with someone whom you don't know. Sometimes we give money to our own relatives, my brother, sister, uncle. That is not charity. Charity whom you don't know, and you are not expecting anything from that. To them you are giving your own money, that is called charity, and without any expectation though. So that is charity. The yajna, dana, tapa, karma. In Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Krishna, he is mentioning, then some people say it is better not to work because the work is producing result. It may be good or bad. So when we are doing the work, obviously there will be good work or bad work, and there will be reaction. So it is better not to work. That is a general idea, but that is wrong. You cannot stop because the nature will force you to work. Prakritim kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvasa ahamkara vimudatma kartaham iti manyate. In the Bhagavad Gita again. Your nature will pull you, push you, force you to work. You cannot sit over there. You will make some comment, you will do something, and by that way immediately some reaction will come. So the work and its result, and that will come back to you again. So that is the way it goes. Your nature will provoke you to work, force you to work. Then when you are working, then what to do? It is better that we should work in the way that gives me the ultimate benefit. And what is that? I am seeing God in every being and then going to help them or worship them. A hungry man, I am worshipping with food. A sick man, I am worshipping through medicine. And an uneducated person, I am worshipping that God with education. That is what Bhagavan Krishna said 3000 years before. And Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna and Swami Vivekananda implemented it in our daily life. That is the beauty of the Sri Ramakrishna Vivekananda, Ma Sharada. So they gave the practical spirituality, practical Vedanta. So here we find that constantly is going on telling like that. If one is able to live in the world free from the three guna sattva, raja, tama, then it's just like a child. Master Mahasaya, yes sir, but it is extremely difficult. It requires tremendous power. Because ego, automatically, as we are growing, our ego is also growing. When we were very small kid, only mother and father, that time also children will say, no, I won't give this, I won't give that. But slowly, slowly, the more they grow, they understand, oh, I am a son of a rich man, and I am having so many things other people are not having. They should come and bow down before me. And slowly, slowly, ego goes on increasing in many different ways. And how to eradicate those egos? When Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, if you have understood the ego is the main cause of your bondage, then turn it towards God. You cannot unplug it. You cannot pull it out because it is yourself. You cannot go beyond without that. Now you turn that towards God. That ego will help you to realize God. This is very interesting. In the first chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna is bewildered, he is suffering, he is confused. Then that confusion, that suffering gave him a tremendous boost up to realize, to understand the spirituality. When he surrendered himself at the feet of the God, Shishyasteham sadhimam tam prapanyam. When he was going on lamenting and commenting and going on thinking that he should do this, he should not do that, God was waiting. This is your decision and I should not interfere. But when he ultimately came at the feet of his friend but God, Sri Krishna, and sitting at his feet, he said, I am your disciple. I am taking refuge at your feet. Shishyasteham swadhimam tam prapannam. Please protect me. Then that God, he said, you are thinking wrongly. That's why you are suffering. Beautiful. Bhagavad Gita started from there. But what happened? If Arjuna remained within himself and not going and taking the refuge at the feet of the Lord, Arjuna was nowhere. Slowly, slowly, the disbalancing and the mentally, then his life was lost. Many people are having like that. But when they go and take refuge in the God, and the God says, Klaibyam masmagamo patha. So you should not think in that way. Oh, this is klibata. This is unmanliness. Stand up, oh hero. Immediately, it is not your ego, but your self-confidence is growing up. Ego has gone because I have given myself at the feet of the God. Now I am working as the son of God, daughter of God, children of God. I am the carrier of the God's message. It is not ego, it is self-confidence. And that self-confidence, he says, I can do it. I can do it. When other people can do, I too can do. And that is what exactly Swami Vivekananda says, Vedanta. I am that, but how I will prove that? by developing the self-confidence. And he says, I saw a dream. The Master Mahasaya, now talking with Sri Ramakrishna. The Master said, but it's extremely difficult. Sri Ramakrishna remained silent. Master Mahasaya said, yesterday they went to Dakshineshwar to meditate. Master Mahasaya remained with Sri Ramakrishna. He didn't go to meditate. But he was thinking, if I could also go with them and meditate, could perform the meditation over there, maybe I could increase or develop my spirituality. So that thought was there, but he saw a dream. And in that dream, I had a dream. In the night he slept in the same building with the Sri Ramakrishna. So he saw the dream. Now Sri Ramakrishna is asking, what did you dream? And the Master Mahasaya, I dreamed that Narendra and some others had become sannyasis. They were sitting around a lighted fire. I too was there. They were smoking tobacco and blowing out puff of smoke. I told them that I could smell hemp. So that is the way the traditional sannyasis, they see it like that. And so he saw that imagination and the desire to become a sannyasi, that mixed up in his dream. Now the statement that Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna gives is a very, very important. He said, mental renunciation is the essential thing. That too makes one a sannyasi. So this is what, who is a sannyasi? Just changing the garb, changing the dress? No. It is the mental, it is the mind. Sannyasa means samyak nyasa. Samyak means complete, total. Nyasa, giving up. Completely giving up. What? Completely giving up the ego, the I sense. Then when he becomes the sannyasi, the mentally, then the external life is wonderful, it is very good. That he says, mental renunciation is essential thing. In Bhagavad Gita also it says, Giyasa nitya sannyasi yo nadeshti nakangshati. Giyasa nitya sannyasi. Nitya means every day, all time sannyasi. Who? Every moment is a sannyasi. Who? Na dveshti, na kangshati. These are the two words. Dvesha means aversion. When I am not liking something means you have a desire, and that desire is not fulfilled, so you are not liking. We have to understand it in very, very subtle way. So I don't like it and I won't take it. That means a ego is functioning at that mind also. So you are not dveshti. Whatever comes, it is okay. Some people are praising, it is okay. Some people are criticizing, it is okay. You are not disturbed. That is called Gya. You must know, Nitya sannyasi is eternal sannyasa. What is that? Na dveshti, na kangshati. I am not desiring, I don't want. That many people can do. I don't want it, I don't want it, I don't want it. And mostly sannyasis, they do like that. I don't want this thing. Some people, they'll be coming with a gift. No, I don't want. I have sufficient. That is okay. But at the same time, you don't like it. Who are you to likings and dislikings? That means you have, we have to understand, I have something in my mind which says, I don't like this. That I is the bondage. So that means you have not given up your whole, the I-ness or ego. So, jo na deshti na kangshati. The na kangshati is easier, but na deshti is more difficult. Naturally, your likings and dislikings will be there. I don't, these are the things that, no, this is there. What is there? Now, one can understand the things more clearly when we see Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna passing through a brothel And people, the devotees were thinking, oh my God, by mistake, the driver who was driving it brought the car over there. And a horse-drawn car was there. So no, they were thinking what to do. They were trying to close the windows. But Sri Ramakrishna never saw anything wrong. He saw the mother in those ladies who were waiting. And he shouted, Mother, you dressed like that? You look so good. He was so happy like a child. Because he could not find anything wrong except the mother in different form, not dveshti. Oh my God, where you have brought it. Same thing happened in the life of Swami Vivekananda also. So that's why, friends, we should read the biography of Sri Ramakrishna Vivekananda and also Ma Sharadamani Devi. Ma Sharadamani Devi is very, very subtle. When you are reading the biography of Ma Sharada, it's just an ordinary lady. Any village woman's life will be just like that. But in between the line, you will find the high spiritual values. And Swami Vivekananda's life also, some people, they took him to Cairo, and from Europe he went over there, and by mistake again they entered into a place that was not good. And ladies all around there, they were shouting and whistling, indicating in different ways to all these people. They were there with some of the gentlemen, he was there. And when they realized that they are in a wrong locality, they tried to stop Swamiji. The Swamiji, come back. We have missed that. Another road we have to go. But Swamiji was possessed as if. He was going on step after step towards those people and uttering, murmuring, Oh, my mother, where you have brought down yourself. Oh, my mother, where you have brought down. He was murmuring, it was almost the whispering and soliloquizing. But those ladies, within a flash, they changed. Some they covered their eyes and shouted in their own language, I cannot bear to look. A tremendous light is coming, emanating from his body. It is unbearable. They were covering their eyes and they were trying to hide. And some they entered into inside the rooms and closed their doors, buildings. And only few, see, among them were good heart, pure heart. Only a few came, sat at his feet, and kissed his shoe and the end of the long the coat that he was wearing. Messiah, they were shouting in that way. You have come to save our life. So as we call it, the hell, the moment the presence of Vivekananda, the hell became heaven. That was the spiritual power. The wrong thoughts about the body immediately changed. So this is what the Sri Ramakrishna Vivekananda spiritual power. This boy, this Vivekananda, now as a Narendra, he is going on asking for a spiritual realization. And Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, wait, it will come to you more higher than the samadhi. And Sri Ramakrishna kept silent a few minutes and then went on. He mentioned mental renunciation is the essential thing. That too makes one a sannyasi. Mental renunciation. Then he kept silent. Again he started. But one must set fire to one's desire. Then alone one can succeed. The fire, that means to burn all your desires. Then only one can be successful. And the householder's life in our social tradition, of course, nowadays it is all mixed up because the as they call it modern lifestyle, which has mainly come from the Western life, so that has mixed up. After the retirement, say at 60, and the health is all right, and at least 80, another 20 years or 25 years, they prepare themselves for the spiritual life. They should. But if they are not, when they go to and stay and live with their children and with their grandchildren and taking care of them and spending time with that, that is okay, that is for them. But those who are aware that life is short, now I have to prepare myself, what they should do. They should study holy books. They should go and listen to the. Nowadays it has become so easy. Just put on your TV and you listen to so many wonderful talks. And read the books, listen to the talks, ponder over that. Alone, sitting with a cup of tea, you may sit and wonder, yes, he was telling like this, he was telling like that, these are the path, I can follow in this way, that was, that goes the easy with me, I should practice prayer, I should practice meditation. So slowly preparing yourself, at the same time living a normal life, going and meeting the friends and attending some of the programs, but slowly withdrawing. Those social life, slowly you are withdrawing and you are becoming alone because it is a lone journey. No one will go with you. The sannyasa, preparation for the sannyasa, samyak nyasa. So I should have some friends, some people should be, then that means you have the desire. Then what is the nyasa? If they are there, it is okay. If they are not there, it is okay. I am going to God and God knows what to do with me. He will take care of it. So that is the dependence comes from the point of view of the duality. And it is very rare. Some people they depend or they go for in the path of knowledge. It is better not to venture there. Just because there is a great Shankaracharya, I should. It is better not to. Because I have to reach on the summit. I have to reach on the top of the room, the house. Whether I go by an elevator or by steps, it doesn't matter. Slowly through steps I will go. What is the problem? Those who are trying to go by elevator maybe stop somewhere if there is no electricity. So that their life. I will go with prayer and prayer and prayer. That is exactly what Swami Vivek, Sri Ramakrishna said, Kali Yuge Naradiya Bhakti. Bhakti, the devotion, that has been propagated by Sri Narada, the great soul, Sri Narada. And it is a mixture of knowledge, devotion, and work, unselfish work. These three combined. And of course, your mind is focused to yoga. Jnana, bhakti, karma, and yoga combined. And if you notice, the symbol of the Ramakrishna mission is the combination of all the four yogas. So that way you have to prepare for the sannyasa. And in the sannyasa life, what will happen? Mentally you are a sannyasi. Because you don't have any desire, you don't have any aversion also. And ultimately we go to the goal which we were seeking all through our lives, life after life, that extreme happiness, eternal joy. Because from the Ananda only all that has come. In Ananda only they are staying, and in Ananda only they are going to go back. That is in the 33 Upanishad. It is very clearly mentioned. That is the goal. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, you said, but one must set fire to one's desires. Master Moshe, you said it to the Pandit of the Marwari from the Bagbajar that you had the desire for bhakti. Isn't the desire for bhakti to be counted as a desire? Master Moshe asking Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. Give me love, give me your blessings. This is also the desire. Is the bhakti is not a desire? Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna answered, no. Just as hinche greens are not to be counted as greens, hinche retains the secretion of bile. So hinche is a one type of the vegetation that should not be counted as the green. So that was the wayside in the Bengal. wayside ponds and that type of things. It is easily available, but you cannot consider that. So that he is giving the example. Well, all my joy, all my ecstasy, where they are now. Master Moshe, perhaps you are now in the state of mind that the Gita describes as beyond the three gunas. Sattva, Raja, and Tama are performing their own functions, and you yourself are unattached even to Sattva. Sri Ramakrishna, yes, the Divine Mother has put me into the state of a child. Tell me, won't the body live through this illness? Sri Ramakrishna is asking Master Maharshi. Why? To make his conception idea clear. And Master Maharshi, one after another, giving the answer correctly and passing the exam. Sri Ramakrishna is examining him because he knew he will be the next person. Because immediately after Sri Ramakrishna's passing away, all these young people, then afterwards they became very famous. The Narendranath and all that became Vivekananda and others. But it was immediately after the Sri Ramakrishna, it was Master Maharshi. Any the doubts coming about the teaching of Sri Ramakrishna, people used to go to Master Maharshi. He was a teacher, he used to live in Calcutta. So devotees used to go to him to get the clarification. That God, he knew that this is going to come. He has to give the clarification. So he is rectifying, correcting him so that his answer should be perfect. So he is asking him, what is this? Then there is no samadhi, there is no this. Why? Master Moshe gave the correct answer. You are beyond Sattva, Raja and Tama. What remains there? Consciousness. You are the Brahman in a human form. Parabrahma Parashakti Jagat Rupa Ramakrishna. And afterwards, someone composed and very perfectly, very correctly said, he is the Brahman. And then the Brahman utilized his Shakti, the power, for the creation of this universe. Then he became the universe. As in the Upanishad it says, Tad Srishtva Tadeva Anupravishat. The consciousness created these unconscious things and then as if entered into it, as if. The friends, we think that we should stop over here. Is the page 938, and the next Wednesday we will start from here.
The first question is from YouTube user SM. He's saying, Thakur said prayer is very powerful. I believe Ma and Thakur listen to our prayers. But when we do pray for help, either spiritually or worldly, why does the opposite happen?
Is it? But the many people, their experience is opposite. That means whatever they prayed, that was sanctioned. Maybe whatever you are praying at this moment, that is not good for you. That's why, when like a compassionate father, compassionate mother, they know what is good for you, so they are not giving it to you. But don't think that they won't give it to you. They are not loving you. They are very much concerned. So go on praying and say, if I am wrong, please rectify me. Pray in this way. O Lord, O Mother, if I am wrong in my idea, in my prayer, please rectify me and do that which is beneficial to me. Pray that. Thank you.
SPM Mukherjee is asking, becoming desireless is the objective. If desires are in the mind from body consciousness, how does that cause rebirth? Body and Atman are separate. How are desires attached to Atman and causing rebirth?
Oh, this is a big the question and answer, is the whole philosophy. How they call it, there's a Shukshma Sharira. It is having a different the parts also, but actually mainly is the mind. Mind is the recorder. and where all our desires are recorded. And when we leave this body, mind being the not the it is biobia, it is like the air, it is very subtle, so it is not going to burn or that no one can put it under the earth. So obviously it is floating, and as the mind is thinking, it goes to that sphere where that type of thoughts are also there. Like those singers, wherever they go, in a new town they go, and within no time they find other singers in that city. Those who are, they like to play the game, within no time they will develop the friendship with others who are also loving the game. How it is possible in this life, you have noticed? Because the mind constantly go on sending the messages. Is there vibrations? Is there the same type of vibrations are there? And immediately they become friends. That is the way we also get our work, and work the result of that. So our desire should be purified. Why? How? I like to be your son and sitting on your lap. Whatever you ask me to do, I will do. That is the desire. I like to do. But what you want me to do, so that should be, I am the machine, but you should work through me. That is the.
Samir Kumar Dey is asking, is it right to pray before Ma Durga during Durga Puja and at the same time before Holy Mother, Sharada, Ma Thakur and Swami Vivekananda?
They are not separate, you know. Ma Durga is a conception, but Ma Durga, Ma Swami Mother, Ma Sharada Devi, and Thakur and Swamiji, they are all the same spiritual power manifesting in different forms. Ma Durga is the Puranic conception, is that whether she was really there or not historically, so we should not go into that debate. But some people they say it was there, she was born over there in some place of Mysore, in the India in Mysore. So, and that is Mahishasura was there, and all the stories are there. It doesn't matter. The spiritual power that is there, and what is the spiritual power? Extreme love, tremendous love, and love without any benefit. That is present in all these great souls. If you notice, all the great souls having this one quality, they have tremendous love, unselfish love. From the love I get the benefit. No, that is not spiritual love. All the spiritual leaders in this world, there are religions, and the religious leaders, they are also loving their community, but in the behind that love there is a desire for power, desire for this and that. So that may not be the spiritual. I am using the word may, but I am certain that it is not. But when the love you see in the heart of some great personalities, like the Lord Buddha, and he is loving like Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Ramachandra, Sri Krishna, all these great, that love breaks all the boundaries and embracing each and every one. So that is the power. Thank you.
The YouTube user SSG is asking, they say there is a path called as Pavritri Marga.
Pavitri Marga.
How do you know that our material desires are not in contradiction with the goal of giving up desires in the end?
The pravritti and nirvitti, two words. Pravritti. The pra means that you are it's a positive. I want these, I want that, and what you are wanting? Wanting these worldly objects. And what are the worldly objects? Nama and Rupa. There will be a name and there will be a form. So these two only, that is, when you want these two, and what happens? When you get, for a few days you are happy, and again it goes away. It goes on like that. So obviously, the pravritti marg, the desire to get the worldly things, cannot give you permanent happiness. that they say you will get some joy, for a temporary joy for some time. But they say it is better not to go for that. Not only that, Hinduism says if you are performing an all great spiritual work also, that purifies your mind, but at the same time you have a desire, you will become gods, demigods. You will become the Vayu Devata, Agni Devata. Even the Indra, he becomes the king of all gods because he was a very, very pure soul, but there was a desire. Friends, we have to understand mukti from all desire is so difficult. So obviously, if you want, the majority of the people, they don't tell lies. They are always compassionate for the poor people, helping others, and taking the name of God, and all these things they are doing. But the conception that I don't like to take births as because I don't have any desire. Whatever comes before me, I perform that as a worship. That's all. That is very, very rare. That is why Swami Vivekananda and Sri Ramakrishna, they have combined the path of knowledge, devotion, and karma and dhyana. This is an excellent package. If we are practicing it slowly, automatically, there will remain no desire because knowledge is there. You know, any desire is a bondage. So I don't keep any desire. Any work is coming, my duty is coming, I should perform with an unattached way. I have been asked to perform this, I will perform, but with that much. I am not going to go on sticking to that. That is called Karma Yoga. This is the way only one can get the liberation from the circle of birth and death. Thank you.
Many people have wished you Vijayadashmi.
Vijayadashami.
Uh,
Thank you all. Happy Vijaya to each and every one. And as I started this today's talk, this Vijaya means overpowering or conquering and vanquishing our bad thoughts, and that is selfishness. So we have to, from today again, start fighting with our own narrow minds, which is trying to take us down to a narrow, selfish, egoistic position. By taking the name of Lord Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, hearing his teachings, and praying for his blessings. May all of you be happy and healthy and enjoy the life. Thank you. जय श्री गुरु महाराज जी की जय, जय दुर्गा माई की जय. ओम शांति शांति शांति. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Friends, I should chant from this as we usually conclude. Niranjanam Nityam Anantarupam Bhaktanukampa Drita Vigraham Vai Ishavataram Paramishamidyam Tam Ramakrishnam Shirasa Namamaha. Om, peace, peace, peace unto all.